Hey guys, it's Miss Griffin, and we're going to be working on some math today. Some of the stuff, that we've been reviewing for the last couple of weeks, but since I don't know when I'm going to see some of you guys again, I want to make sure that you're practiced at it. We're going to be working on adding two-digit numbers. Some of the numbers are going to get pretty big, but you guys can do it. So, let's get started. Let's review some of the stuff about tens and ones. We see here, we have the number 31. 31 has 3 in the tens column and 1 in the ones column. So it has 3 tens and 1 1. And we can build that number using some of our Lego blocks here. These sticks are our tens. I'm going to try to put them so we can see it. So we have 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, just like it says here. And we have 1 1. So this is one of the ways that we can show 31. We have 3 tens, 10, 20, 30, 1. 31. Let's see how we can do that with adding. So here we have 31, and we're going to add 54. Those are big numbers, but we're going to break it down so that the numbers don't seem so big and you're not having to count so high in your head. First thing we're going to do is we are going to divide this into tens and ones. Take out your pen. And we're going to split it right down the middle so that you have a line that kind of looks like this. I find that easier to look at exactly what numbers we're going to be adding together. So now we have the ones on this side and the tens on this side. 1 and 4 are in the ones columns of those numbers. 3 and 5 are in the tens columns. Now, we already built our 31, so let's move that back over here. So we have our 3 tens and our 1 1. Let's do the same thing for 54. 54 has 5 tens. So let's put those 5 tens in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's okay if you can't see them all. We're going to count them all together. And then how many ones do we have? We need to put 4 ones in there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, let's add them up. When we have an addition problem that looks like this, do we do the tens first or the ones first? We always start with the ones because we can only fit 1 digit in here. If this goes more than 10, we're going to have to add some stuff to the tens column. So it's always easier to start with the ones side first. So let's add these ones. How many do we have right now? Well, we had our 1 and then we have 4. So let's count them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have 5 ones. That's less than 10. That's good. We can just put our 5 here and move on to the tens column. Now, how many tens do we have altogether? Let's count them up. We had 3 in one group and 5 in the other. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have an 8 in the tens column. So our answer looks like this. We have 31 plus 54, and this number that we get has an 8 in the tens column and a 5 in the ones column. What number is that? It's 85. So 31 plus 54 is 85. Good. Let's solve another problem and see what happens when that ones number gets bigger than 10, because we're going to have to change it up a little bit when that happens. Let's move all of these over here. Here's another number. 36, and then we're going to add 48 to it. So just like we did before, let's split it up. Okay. Now we have our ones over here, and we have our tens over here. Let's build 36. How many tens are in 36? 3. So we're going to take 1, 2, 3 tens. Uh-oh. There we go. And how many ones do we need? We need 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. Now we need to add 48. So how many more tens do we need to add? We need to add 4 more tens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. There's our 4 tens. Almost added too many. That's why it's good to make sure keep track of what you're counting. And we need 8 more ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So now we're going to start by adding our ones together, our 6 plus 8. Let's see how many ones we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wow, that's bigger than 10. So what are we going to do? We can only fit 1 digit down here. What we're going to do is we're going to make a 10 out of those. So let's make 10 of these and make another little stick to add to the tens. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Look, we made a 10. It is exactly the same size as the other 10s. It's different colors, of course, but that doesn't matter. It is exactly the same. So now we have an extra 10. Let's put it up here so that we know that's there on our problem. So here we have our extra 10 up here. Now let's count how many ones we have and see if that's a little more manageable. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's much better. We can fit that in there. So we put our 4 here because we had 4 ones left over. Now let's count our 10s. Keeping in mind, we made an extra 1. So how many 10s do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we have a number with 8 10s and 4 1s. What number did we get? We got 84. Let's do one more problem together and then we'll be all done. Here we have 22 and 19. So let's first divide our problem. Straight down the middle, and let's use our Legos to build this. So for 22, we need 2 10s. And we had one taken off. There we go. And 2 1s. Now let's make 19. 19 has 1 10 and 9 1s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Now let's count, see how many 1s we get. Because we always start with the 1s because we don't know if we're going to have to add anything to the 10s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 1s. That's too big. We can only fit 1 digit in here. We're going to need to make a 10. So we're going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we made another 10. Just the same size as the others. So we're going to put this extra 10 up here so that we don't forget about it. Now let's count how many 1s we have. Oh, there's only 1. So that 1 goes down here in our answer column. Now let's count how many 10s we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 10s. So this number has 4 10s and 1 1. What number is that? 41. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you hopefully soon. All my love, Mrs. Griffin.